Hello coffee farmers, welcome back to Gedua's Coffee Farm, and here is where we learn and we say that yield is the goal. So today I am with my good friends, and this is called the SL variety of coffee. And coffee, it's like a child. You must take care of the child, and you must be able to get the best for it, so that at least you can be able to gain the best from the coffee. Today, allow me, farmers, to talk about a very important stage in coffee farming: how to get maximum yields from your 2-year-old coffee plant. Many farmers plant coffee well, but after 2 years, the plant still produce very little because of poor management. A 2-year-old coffee plant has huge potential if managed properly. It can start giving you a strong foundation for future heavy production. In this video, I will show you practical methods that I personally use in my farm to ensure strong growth, healthy branches, more flowering, and also eventually high yields. Let's go straight into it. So the first thing you do is start with proper canopy management. First and most important, canopy management is important. At 2 years, your coffee plant, you can see it, should not be overcrowded. Look at the plant. You need enough sunlight penetration and proper air circulation. For farmers using the single stem system like I do, ensure the main stem remains strong and straight. Remove unnecessary suckers early. Maintain balanced lateral branches and remove weak, diseased or overcrowded branches. The goal is to direct the plant energy into the productive branches. A crowded coffee plant uses nutrients inefficiently, encourages diseases, and reduces beta or berry formation. A well-opened canopy allows better flowering, stronger berry development, and easier spraying. Remember, good yields start with proper structure. Now, let's focus on the soil health also. So, coffee feeds from the soil. If the soil is poor, the yields also become poor. At 2 years, your coffee plant is entering a heavy nutrient demand stage. Therefore, I highly recommend spraying of organic fertilizers and ensuring mulching and maintaining a living soil. So it's good to apply well decomposed goat manure or compost around the drip line. What are the benefits? The good soil or the good manure will benefit the plant through improving soil structure, maintain retention. There will be microbial activities and also slow nutrient release. Mulching is also very important because you use dry grass. You can also use maize stalks. You can use bean residues or coffee husks. So mulch helps in conserving moisture and so on. So here is now what I'm telling you, the canopy management in this coffee plant. Like you can see, there is uniform growth of the berries, development of the berries. Look at it. Here it is. So the sun can be able to penetrate into the to the plant. Now, as I continue with what you are supposed to do in mulching, is that mulch also suppresses weeds and also improves the organic matter. So never leave your soil bare. Never leave your soil bare, because healthy soil equals healthy coffee. So in so doing, you can see the yields are well represented, or they are well developed in this plant. And for your information, this is Loiro variety, and upon you doing a good canopy management, you'll be able to get the best of the yields. And although it's dwarf-like, it has been opened to the sunlight and also the air circulation. So the other thing that you're supposed to make sure that you have looked into is maintain constant moisture. Many farmers lose yield because of moisture stress. At 2 years, coffee plants are developed stronger, bearing wood, and water stress during the stage can reduce flowering and future production. So we have said the important practices to maintain water moisture is mulching, cover crop, trenches on steep areas, and also minimum soil disturbance. If possible, it's good to plant cover crops or maybe establish permanent grass cover. In my farm, I use cover crops, and at times I'm working on the planting of the Bracharia grass or the Kericho grass or the so-called Kikuyu grass. So the other thing that you're supposed to ensure is balanced nutrition in the coffee plant, and this is the secret. Now let's talk about nutrition as you look at this plant. At 2 years, avoid focusing only on nitrogen. Your plant now needs balanced nutrients. Key nutrients include nitrogen for vegetative growth, calcium for strong tissues, boron for flowering, zinc for growth hormones, magnesium for photosynthesis, potassium for berry feeding. If one nutrient is missing, yields reduce significantly. I usually encourage farmers to feed the soil organically, and that is using of manure, and then support the plant using foliar feeds strategically. Healthy leaves are your factory for producing sugars that feed berries. If leaves are weak, yellow, or they are damaged, your yields will suffer. So the other thing is controlling disease early, and never wait for disease to spread. At 2 years old, coffee plant is very sensitive. Coffee berry disease, leaf rust, sooty mold, and also pest attacks are always prevalent in the coffee plant. It's good to prevent and do a preventive management, which is cheaper than the cure. So you are supposed to ensure proper spraying program and clean farm hygiene and proper airflow around the plant, and timely pruning. So copper sprays are very important during wet seasons because they protect the plant surface from fungal infections. Remember, a diseased leaf cannot produce enough food for your berries. So ensure that your coffee is well covered with a copper fungicide. The other thing you're supposed to do is remove early overload of berries. So this is where many farmers make mistakes. When a young coffee plant carries too many berries too early, it becomes exhausted. So sometimes you must sacrifice a small harvest today to get a massive harvest tomorrow. Do not allow a 2-year-old coffee plant to overproduce beyond its strength. Therefore, a balanced crop load helps. It helps in stem thickening, root expansion, and also stronger future production. Therefore, as you can see from this plant, it is well balanced. It's not good to overload your plant. So the other thing that I ensure in my farm is weed control and also clean farm management. And weeds compete with coffee for quite a number of things, and that is nutrients, water, sunlight. So keep your farm clean, but avoid excessive digging in your farm. Coffee roots are shallow and can easily be damaged. So I encourage you to use mulching or do the slashing or soft weed management methods, because a clean farm also reduces pest hiding places. The other thing that you're supposed to ensure is that you are supposed to encourage strong root development. This through the strength of the plant is below the ground, and a strong root system means better nutrient absorption, there is drought resistance and strong yields. So it's good to avoid waterlogging and compacted soil and excessive chemical stress. So healthy roots create healthy branches. You can see the branches over here, and heavy future production. So in everything that we have mentioned, it's good also to ensure patience and consistency. Walking around your farm is very important. So coffee farming rewards consistency. You cannot neglect the plant for months and expect high yields. So small practices done consistently are like pruning, feeding, mulching, spraying, and also monitoring, as I'm doing around, are what eventually create heavy production. So a well-managed 2-year-old coffee plant can prepare you for many years of profitable harvests. You know, this is the best of the best around the farm, and once you do the monitoring and cross monitoring, you'll be able to ensure. Looking at this plant, this is the difference between other varieties, and this is SL, because there is a gap between one branch to the next. You can see here we are. Yeah, now looking at it, you can be able to see the difference compared to now the Royal variety, because it is really, the branches are close, but in this SL there is a distance around. Therefore, good people, those are the key things you should focus on if you want maximum yields from your 2-year-old coffee plant. Remember, build strong structure, maintain healthy soil, feed the plant correctly, conserve moisture, and manage disease early. Coffee farming is a long-term investment, but proper management at this stage determines your future success. If you found this video helpful, kindly like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. For more practical coffee farming content, it's good to look at the next video. Thank you.